Hi, how's it going? Are you an aspiring teacher who wanted to work in the United States? And this video is for you. So today's content is about OAC or Overseas Employment Certificate through a direct hire. This is the last process you will do if you are under an H-1B visa before you can fly in the United States. So there are three uses for this. First is if you have an OAC, that means you are a registered OFW. If you're a registered OFW, then you have the benefits of an OFW. Second is your exit clearance. When you go to the immigration, you must have your certificate or OAC so that the immigration officer will allow you to enter. And third is if you have OAC, you will be travel tax and terminal fee free. That's a good thing as well. Okay, so in the OAC, this is if the J1 requires you to have a CFO. In the H1B, you need to have an OAC. It's heavier or more tedious compared to CFO. For OEC, we have two phases, that is phase 1 and phase 2. In the phase 1, you need to have all these requirements. Number 1 is your passport. It must be valid in a year. Second is you must have your work visa. That means you are already visa approved in the US Embassy. Okay? So you cannot do this before US visa interview. Third is you must have your original copy of employment contract. It must be verified by POLO. If you already have your H-1B visa approved in the USCIS, then your employer can apply and verify these documents through the POLO or the POEA in the United States. Okay, so you need to have that before your visa interview so you won't have a problem. Then you need to ask for a company profile or a business license or commercial registration of your employer. Fifth is you need to have an POLO endorsement letter addressed to the administrator seeking exemption from the ban on direct hiring, because in the POEA, it's not advisable to have a direct hire. It must be under agency because there might be a lot of issues and it is actually banned to have direct hire. But if you are a POLO verified, then that means your employer went through the process, the needed process in order for you to be hired. Okay, next is labor condition application and notice of action. This is the needed document. This will be given to you by your employer. Okay, that means your employer qualified in the Department of Labor and then qualified in the USCIS, that is you're given a notice of action or I-797. Seventh is you need to have a certificate employment. These are supporting documents: certificate of employment, diploma, transcript, records, PRC license, if curriculum vitae, or resume. Then 8 is you need to have a notarized statement of how the worker secured his or her employment with attached photocopy of employer's passport, ID, and contact details. Okay? And so what is this? This is just kind of a say on how you have obtained your visa. You applied and then they filed you in the USIS, then you have been visa approved. It's more of an essay, okay? It must be notarized by the lawyer as well. Okay, so if you are done with the phase 1, then the POEA will change your status into phase 2. I will show you the process and how to apply later on. Okay, so next is the phase 2. This is the part where you will register your account, an e-registration account. Then you must have a valid medical certificate from DOH accredited medical clinic to conduct medical exam. Not just all the clinics, but you need to locate, and you can search that in the internet. You can see it here. All right, so you can have that, all the medical. And then after your medical, you must also have your uh, PEOS, or pre-employment orientation seminar certificate. That is, you will have uh, an orientation before you will be employed. Okay, you can do this after you are employed, of course. And here's the site. You can see that here, PEOS. Okay, in order to have PEOS, you must have your e-registration number, your last name, and then click here, professional. Then you click proceed. Your e-registration can be, you can have this if you will have your e-registration. So after you click that, okay, let's just try. All right, I'll just, and then your professional skilled worker. There, in this part you will have 8 modules. You will just read, and then for example this one, we click this one, and then you will read all the content. Let's review, and then just answer, then check your answer, and then later on, if you have finished all the 8 modules, then you will have your certificate. This is the certificate. Okay, all right, so you're done with your PEOS. Okay, then your PEDOS, or pre-departure orientation seminar. In this part, if you are finished with the phase 1, then you can have PEDOS. The POEA will email you and then a link where you can attend the seminar. That's a 2-hour seminar. Okay, the last is your proof of certificate of insurance. The most common insurance is Paramount, or you can search here Paramount. Okay, here, so that their site, you will just contact them. Okay, email, and then here's the procedure here. So you will just simply contact them. You will have them, they already know that's around 5,000 pesos. Okay, so you're done with phase 2, and then if you're already done with phase 2, then you can proceed to the processing site. So you will pay there an amount of 8,000 pesos, estimated amount, and then you can print your OEC certification in your e-registration. So how do we do the POEA online process? You can do actually the POEA OEC either walked in or online, but I'll teach you online because I'm from Mindanao, so I'll do this. So what will you do? Okay, first is you go to, let's go here. So let's go to POEA online services. You can click this one, or you can click here. Okay, so e-registration, you click let's go, and then if you don't have an account yet, register. If you have already an account, you will register here, example. Okay, and then of course your password. Yes, there. Okay, so this is your account. Okay, so in this part you can see on the right side direct hire application. You click that, then here are in the tools part, you can actually click all this application guide. This will show you the entire process and how to apply, so that would be easier. Okay, so we'll use that, and then you can click here what are the requirements, which I told you already, but here's succinct list of it. Okay, here, there you go. So here are the requirements, and then you need also to print this one and fill this out, the declaration form. Where do you need this? You need this during your uh, when you go in the processing site already. Okay, you need this because it will be given in the POEA. So that's the documents you need. If you have trouble, you can go back to the application process. Okay, and we'll go through this as well later on. Okay, so just a reminder here, it can only open from 8 to 5 during Mondays to Fridays. And then please upload a clear copy of your image requirements. If there are multiple pages, use PDF. Okay, and then upload your additional requirements such as medical, the requirements after application status for appointment. So in this case, okay, I'll just show you later. And then if you are already for appointment, then you can go to the POEA and give your original copies and then pay the fees, and then you can print your OAC. So how do we do this? We go to application. Application, you need to click which processing site. So processing site is the time where you will have to process all your documents if you're ready for appointment. So here are the places which are available. Just note there are no temporary, no direct hire processing. So click those which are able. For example, Mandaluyong in Mandaluyong. Okay, your professional application, the name employer, be sure, and the position of your employer, the work size United States, and then your visa. That means you need to have your visa approved, and then the expiration date, and click submit. After you click that submit, then you will have your phase 1, then all the documents you needed. So after your phase 1, what will appear here is your status already. So you will be waiting for 7 business days if it is processed already. After your process, if it's already for appointment, then you can go back here and upload the phase 2 documents under my documents. And then if you are for appointment, then you can proceed to the processing site. Okay, so let's go through the process. Okay, so let's just have this one. Okay, so what you need to do first is to register. So I thought you already about that, and if you have this one, so you need to update your registration details. Okay, so you can do that by clicking my profile. Alright, so after you update, then you can click direct hire application if you are under direct hire. After, I thought you already this one. Okay, and then you will upload your documents, and you have here the name of the document. So that would be easy, like valid visa, your employment contract, POLO endorsement, additional specific, and these are documents you need to pass. If you lack one, that means your processing will be longer, but that's why you need to prepare all those documents before you have your e-registration. Okay, and then your passport, of course. And then after that, you can actually remove all those things. For example, this one, we don't need this, so you don't need to upload. Okay, you can remove as well. And then if you're good to go, then you submit. Okay, submit document. So after you submit document, then you can see here action taken. So this would change from time to time what will happen if what is happening if you're already approved. So you need to check this from time to time because you will be emailed with the next processes to do, like you must attend the PEOS and PEOS and other document. And then if you are good to go, then this OAC print for appointment will appear you need to print this one, and you need to go here, there. If you have that one already, then you will go to, you print that one, and then you go to my documents and upload the phase 2 documents, okay, which I told you, this one. Okay, so go to my documents and upload all those. And so if you are good to go, then you will go to the processing site in Mandaluyong or Cebu, then pay your fees. And then if you're done with paying your fees, you can go back to your registration, and then it will appear, your OEC will appear, then you can print that. Yes, and that's how easy it is to do it will take you around 1 week to 2 weeks to do this, okay, but you need to prepare all your documents so it would be faster and easier. So thank you so much. If you have questions, you can contact me on my Facebook page, William Lozada Ranas Jr. If you have questions, comment down below. I would love to answer. Thank you so much.